Once upon a time, in a whimsical forest in a faraway land, there was a very busy squirrel and a mischievous little bird. All the squirrels were scurrying around collecting nuts for winter. And all the birds were chilling in their nests, laughing at the squirrels for working so hard. And then one of the birds, Arnold Palmer, flew down to meet his friend Philip Hoffman, the squirrel. "Philip," Arnold called to his buddy, "let's go play a game." "Can't," replied the busy squirrel. "I have to collect my nuts so I have food to last me through the winter." "Come on," the annoyed bird tweeted. "You can always do that tomorrow. Let's go play a game. I have a really fun one." "Yeah, I guess I can put it off one more day," said Philip as he ran off. They spent the whole day playing their game. And eventually, Philip left to go home to go to bed. The next morning, Philip woke up and started to gather his nuts. He was rushing to be able to finish before winter came. Arnold stopped by to visit his friend while he was working. "Hey, Philip," Arnold said, "I have a great new game to play today." "No, I have to make up for the time I spent with you yesterday. I need to collect my food for winter," replied Philip. "No, you can always do that tomorrow. Please, it's a really fun game. I bet you will love it," said Arnold. Yeah, I guess. What's one more day?" And the bird led the squirrel to his nest. They once again played their game all day. The game that they played was so fun that they spent the rest of the night playing it. The squirrel finally left and went home at around 3 a.m. The squirrel slept in that morning from staying up so late. He got up around noon and quickly realized the time. Philip scurried out of his tree, knowing that he had to make up for the time he wasted with the bird. He had to gather his nuts for winter. Arnold flew by and found Philip, who was rapidly gathering nuts. "Philip, old buddy," called the bird, "I have a great new game for us to play." Philip quickly replied, "But I have yet to gather enough nuts for winter. I have to finish if I'm going to have any hope of surviving." "Oh, come on, Philip, have some fun. Do not clutter your life with just work. You should stop and smell the roses, and have a little fun once in a while. You can always do that tomorrow," said Arnold in a convincing way. "I see your point, Arnold. I could use a little relaxation and enjoyment," agreed the squirrel as he followed the bird to an empty field. The two of them played their game in the field. They had such a great time that they never stopped to check the time of day. The both of them just kept playing and laughing along the way. Later that day, they finally stopped their game and sat down to rest. The squirrel shockingly noticed that the sun was going down and that the day had come to an end. They go home and go to bed. In the morning, the squirrel wakes up with every intention of collecting nuts for winter, only to find out to his dismay that there are no more nuts. They have all been collected already. He saw a big group of birds flying by above his head, and in that flock, he sees Arnold. The squirrel calls out to his friend, "Arnold, you must help me gather nuts before winter or I will starve." "Oh, I'm sorry, Philip, but I have no extra time of my own. I must be on my way south with my flock." "Come on, Arnold," he called up. "You can always do that tomorrow." The bird then replied, "What is today but yesterday's tomorrow?" The flock flew away, leaving the squirrel there to collect his scarce nuts on his own. The moral of the story is that time is precious. Do not procrastinate, as well as deny those who will get you into trouble.